In this video, we'll be finding measures of central tendency for the group data. In our previous video, if you may see, it was all about finding the measures of central tendency for the ungrouped data, and here we would be dealing with group data. Measures of central tendency means we would be dealing with mean, median, and mode. Now, unlike the case of ungrouped data, things are slightly different here. Here, for finding mean, we won't be finding the exact mean, we would be finding the estimated mean. Why estimated mean? That I'll tell you in a while. We would be finding the estimated mean. About median, for group data, question will not be asking you to find median, it will be asking you to find the median class. Again, not the exact median. And for mode, here again, the question will not be asking you to find the exact mode, it would be asking you to find the modal class. Why these are the slight differences that I'll explain you with the help of an example. Wait. Let me copy the example. Yeah. Okay. Now, first of all, why this type of data is called as a group data? Group data, we also use the term for group data as the classified data. Group data is also called as classified data. Why group data or classified data? Now, in this situation or in this question, what we can see is the table gives the number of words in each sentence of a page in a book. So what they have done is they have made the classes of the data. How the classes are made? Look at this very first class. Number of words 1 till 5. That means they have categorized the data that whatever number of pages are there having the words 1 to 5 would be falling in this class. And this 6, the frequency, it represents that there are 6 such pages which would be having the number of words 1 till 5. And then if we may focus on this particular segment or this particular class. So this class means again they have categorized or made a class here, and this class means in this class the number of words are ranging from 11 to 15. So 11 to 15 means it can have 11, 12 words, 13 words, 14 words, 15 words. So all these number of words would be falling in this range, and there are 4 such pages which would be having the number of words 11 till 15. So whenever we have the range of values, whenever we have a class of value, or whenever we have distributed the frequency with respect to different groups or classes, the data is called as a group data. Unlike the previous case or the previous questions for the ungrouped data, where we had discrete value. Discrete values means one single value was given for each data. And here we have the groups formed, we have the classes formed. That is why this type of data is called as a group data or the classified data. Now, finding the mean here, as I've said, we would be finding the estimated mean. Now we know that for the mean, the formula to be used is summation fx upon summation f. This is the formula what we learned in frequency table. But here we have the frequencies for all the classes, but we are not having the X values. X values represents the data values. Here the data values are having the classes. For example, number of words are representing the data values, and here we are having the range of data values, unlike the case of ungrouped data where we had single value, ungrouped values where we had the raw data form given to us. Here we have the group data given and we have the classes made. So here we don't have one single value for X. And without the data value, we won't be able to use this formula for mean. So what we'll do here is, for this whole class or for this whole group, we'll find one representative value that would take the value of X. And for that, what we do is we take the midpoint, the mid value, the mid value of the given interval or the mid value of the given class. Now this class 1 till 5, if you have to find the mid value, what you'd simply do is to find the midpoint, we add the two values and divide by 2. Same is the process here. To find the mid value, we'd simply add the two extreme values, which is 1 plus 5 upon 2, and that would give us 3. And you can see we have written the mid value of the midpoint as 3. Same goes for the other class. It'd be 6 plus 10 divided by 2. And 6 plus 10, that's the 16 divided by 2, and that would give us 8. And 8 is already filled there for your convenience. In the same way, we'll fill the rest of the values for these midpoints. For 11 till 15, it would be 11 plus 15 upon 2, that is 26 upon 2, and we'd get the midpoint as 13. And 16 till 20, 20 plus 16, that is 36. 36 upon 2 is 18. 21 plus 25, that's 46. 46 upon 2, that's 23. So we have got the midpoints that would be taking the values of X. Now, to use this formula fx, summation fx upon summation f, we have to get the values of fx. So for fx, we simply multiply the values of f and x. So 6 into 3 is 18, we get this value. 5 into 8 is 40, we get this value. In the same way, we'll complete our remaining values. So 4 into 13, that would give us 52. 2 into 18, that would be a 36, and 3 into 23, that would give us 69. We got these values. And summation fx means you have to sum them up. So if you sum them up, you'd get 69 plus 36 plus 52 plus 40 plus 18. That will result in 215. So mean here in this case, it would be summation fx is 215 upon summation f. Summation f is the total of the frequency. This would be summation f for us, the total frequency. So divided by 20. This would give mean as 215 divided by 20, which is 18.05. So this is how we calculate the estimated mean in case of group data. Why estimated mean? We were not having the exact values of X, and we find the mid values representing each class. So that is why the mean is also called as the estimated mean, not the exact. So you can write this as estimated mean. Okay. Now the part C, this is about finding the modal class. So modal class in this case would be the class having the highest frequency. Class having the highest frequency. So looking at this data set, we have to look for the class having the highest frequency. So the class having the highest frequency is this class, which is from 21 till 25. So this for us is the modal class. 21 till 25. So modal class in this case is 21 till 25. Part D, we now have to find the median class. And for finding the median class, we would use the same formula what we use for the frequency table, and that was the formula for finding the median position. The median position or the median value that could be found by summation f plus 1 upon 2th value. So summation f, the total frequency here is 20. 20 plus 1 upon 2th value, it should be. So that's 10.5. So 10.5 value means you keep on adding until you reach 10.5. So 10.5 value here in this case would be somewhere here. This would be representing the median class. Sorry, I just saw that I made a mistake for the modal class. Modal class is a class having the highest frequency. I mistakenly looked at the midpoint, so this is not the modal class. Modal class is class having the highest frequency. So this class is the class having the highest frequency, which is 6. This is the modal class for us. Okay. So modal class, I may recorrect it. Modal class is 1 till 5. And the median class is 6 till 10. So this is how we work it out for the group data. We can refer for one more example. Okay. Now this example is about weights in kg of 50 boys. And here, if you may look, it's group data and it's also continuous group data. Why continuous group data? Unlike the previous data, if you may see, here it was the discrete data, and discrete data was made into groups or different classes. And here in case of this data, why? Because the first class was ending on 5 and the second class was starting from 6. And here, if in case of this data, if you may look here, it's continuous. Why continuous? Because the first class is ending at 45 and second class is starting right after 45. And 45, it's inclusive in the second class, but it's exclusive for the sorry, 45 is inclusive for the first class, but it's exclusive for the second class. Why? Because you can see this sign, inequality sign, lesser and equals. So lesser and equals means 45 belongs to the first group, not the second group. Okay. So this data is group data, but this data is continuous group data. Continuous group data. And here the question says copy and complete the table and hence find the mean. This question is missing the word estimate. It should be saying estimated mean. Because whenever we have group data and mean is to be found, it's always estimated mean. Okay, so like the previous question, we'll find the mid values, we'll find their respective frequencies, f and 2x, and we'll use the formula. So finding the mid values, mid of 40 and 45, that would be 42.5. 45 and 50, that's 47.5. That's 52.5. That's 57.5. And 62.5, 67.5, and 72.5. These are the mid values. And frequencies, these are 4, 5, 10, 14, 8, 6, 3. Now we have to find this fx. Fx means we keep on multiplying the values of x and the frequencies. So 42.5 into 4, that gives us 170. 47.5 into 5, that gives us 237.5. 52.5 into 10, that gives us 525. 57.5 into 14, that gives us 805. 62.5 into 8, that gives us 500. 67.5 into 6, that gives us 405. 72.5 into 3, that gives us 217.5. And we know that formula for mean, it's summation fx upon summation f. The summation fx means we add up all these values. So 170 plus 237.5 plus 525 plus 805 plus 500 plus 405 plus 217.5. We get this as 2860. And the total frequency, this is all about these 50 boys. So this is the total frequency for us. This is all about these 50 boys divided by 50. So mean, it would be 2860 divided by 50. And that gives us 57.2. And that ends the question here.